G?
Yes.
Okay.
We're live. Okay, great.
Hello.
Nobody's watching.
Okay, good.
Oh, we got one person
We got somebody watching.
Yes. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, who's watching?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, no fucking idea. Watch, it'll kick in here.
Oh, we got a like. We're like, hey, so we're in Los Angeles, in Laurel Canyon.
We're in Hollywood.
Yes,
is this technically Hollywood?
I don't know. Well, Laurel Canyon is its own area.
Oh, great. Poor connection. You got all that bandwidth, and I'm getting poor connection. What the fuck is this shit?
Are we uploading the, downloading the...
Anyone?
Bueller?
Oh, here we go.
People.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got people.
Yeah, we still got the poor connection though. Shit.
Yes. Are you seeing us okay? Are you hearing us
Yes,
okay?
okay. Hey guys, look.
Oh, Finland.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hey. Hey. Oh, wow, everybody's just pouring in now.
Yeah, well, we got 57. All right. Give a thumbs up, everybody. Just let us know that you're there. Awesome.
Can you hear us? A bit fuzzy.
Oh, okay.
Looks like you guys
Holy
blazed one. What up from Dubai? Hello in
Oh,
Dubai.
wow. Hey, how's it going?
So is this going to end up on YouTube afterwards?
Yes. This automatically uploads. Yeah, so there we go. 81 people.
Wow.
Yeah, so what's happening is we get a lot of comments, so we go after we get a flood like this. After we get a flood like this,
right,
we go premium just to kind of
slow
it down a little bit. Because we get to 200-300 people watching, it gets a little much.
Oh, crazy.
So it's like, yeah, I can get a little
Chile, Sweden.
Hey, yeah, like people coming from, hey, somebody from the UK, there you go.
Taunton. My parents are in Cornwall, which is a little further down, but yes.
Okay.
Greetings from Spain. Oh, by the way, just quickly, hello Polish people, my wife's Polish.
There you go.
So I'm married to a Polish girl.
There you go. Guys, if you don't know who Warren is an Englishman here in
marooned in Los Angeles.
Marooned in Los Angeles. We're sitting in the Hollywood Hills here right now, and we're at his place, Spectre Studio. Warren is from the YouTube channel Produce Like a Pro. He's been a good friend of mine.
Go check it out. Produce Like a Pro.
And you guys always see me pushing, the Motorhead lessons. It's like this is through this guy, and we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up this year. And
we have a lot of really cool stuff coming up. It's very exciting.
So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
Hold on. Keep going.
Can you get good recording quality from GarageBand? There's a good fucking question. Okay.
See, this was a meeting of the minds last night. We got photographs from it. How does that look?
Yeah, that's us with the guys from Rosen Digital, and we're embarking on some new ventures this year. Nothing completely announced yet.
It's going to be very exciting.
Okay.
Daniel looks good from Glenn. Alien view, but low contrast. Yeah, that's because we got the lights on here.
Like, can we kill the overheads? I don't know. That's probably gonna
do
kill
you
our
want to
light.
just turn one of these lights around?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, now we can't fucking see anything.
Okay, so can we just turn one of these lights on?
Oh, that'll work. Yeah, we're working on the lights, guys.
We're going to work on the lights here, so we just turn on one
Turn
of
the
these.
overheads off, turn this on. There we go. That works. Hey, there we go. We can just leave it. This is just fine like this. Oh, turn that one off, actually. This one's fine just like this. There we go. Hey.
Maybe that one.
No, we're
you
good.
sure?
We're
Is this
really
good?
Yeah, this is very good. Hey, guys, that should work a little better.
Eric, Kasia just said that she made me a coffee in the house. Hey, look at this. I just got this thing on my YouTube channel which says, Spectre Sound Studios is live.
Yeah, there you go. With special guest Warren here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, that's better. So, GarageBand, have you used that? Because I am not a Mac guy at all.
Yeah, I have. I haven't used it since it came out. Basically, I remember opening up my laptop, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Because the question was, can you do something decent on GarageBand?
Oh, yeah. You know what's great about it is there's no learning curve. I mean, you literally open it up and it has like a little indicator for like a microphone on it, I believe. And you go into record and you're recording with your internal microphone.
Oh, okay, so, it's that simple.
So for an idiot like me, honestly, I'm not a genius at all. Pick up the acoustic guitar and then start playing and pasting a loop in GarageBand is like... I don't see any reason why you couldn't make a record on it if you're creative. That's really all it is. If you're smart and you've got great ideas.
Okay.
I mean, the Beatles or anybody can make recordings with 4 tracks.
Right. That's the thing,
all about the creativity.
Yeah, you mentioned the Beatles, and I know you're a bit of a fan, so am I, but I finally watched Hard Day's Night.
Oh, really?
On the plane over here.
Hard Day's Night.
Finally watched that movie, and it's just, you can see, how much of a cultural impact that had, and what came after it was just imitating it, because nobody had really done anything like that before.
No. Well, Help, the movie that was after that, was the whole basis. Help. Was the whole basis for the Monkees was based off that movie.
Oh, yeah.
The Monkees TV show was based off the movie Help.
Okay.
which makes perfect sense. Have you seen Help yet?
No, I have not.
Once you've seen that and you see Monkeys episodes, you'll be like, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And but you want, I read a little Wikipedia thing on the Beatles here, and it's like, you look at what they did in, 7 years?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever been able to do that since, and it's like, holy crap. You only get something like that maybe every couple 100 years or something like that, where you get that kind of creative output in that short of a time.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of phenomenal stuff from that. I think I don't want to take anything away from it, because also at the same time, they stopped touring the last show was
66.
in Japan in 66, yeah. So they had those last 3 or 4 years of creativity
Right.
just being in the studio.
That's true.
So I'm not taking anything away from their immense talent, but it is great where you can just focus on writing and recording, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. That does make sense.
Hello in Liverpool.
Really?
Yes, nice.
Wow, that's fucking cool.
Favourite Beatle, George? Mine's John.
Yeah, same here. I gotta go.
But George is a close second.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, favorite living Beatle?
Thank you. Favourite living Beatle? Don't do that. Hello from Windsor. You have a
Oh,
home?
no, who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Walter, how's it going, man? Say hi to my friend Walter.
Hey, Walter, how are you, my friend?
Yeah.
Any friend of his is a friend of mine.
Yeah, Walter is a film and video guy. He lives just down the road from me, actually.
Nice.
So that's
London.
Yep. Oh, there we go. You
Hello,
guys have
London.
great fish and chips.
We do. Cardiff, hello, quietly. Swansea forever.
Wow, this is amazing.
Swansea stayed up, didn't
Hello
they?
from Corona. There
Yeah,
we
they
go.
stayed up. Swansea stayed up.
Hi from Norway. Wow.
Corona
Austria.
down the street. Austria. Scouser's favourite Beatle is George. Yeah, I mean, somebody said to me once that the Beatles are dying in the reverse order. I didn't say that. I'm not saying I agree with that. But somebody said to me the Beatles are dying in the reverse order.
Well, I'm doing that Oldies But Baddies contest, and somebody said somebody really needs to do Savoy Truffle, and I'm like, I like that song. It's like, because some idiot did Eleanor Rigby and he did an amazing job at it. It's like, that's not a bad song. Nobody is ever going to think Eleanor Rigby's a bad song. If you want to do a bad Beatles song too, Obla Dee Obla Da.
Right.
Yeah, or Maxwell Silver Hammer.
Maxwell Silverhammer
or Honey
Martha,
Pie.
my dear, no life in no-
Basically, all the Paul songs on the White Album,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. I kind of like, obviously Blackbird's a masterpiece. I do like Rocky Raccoon. You know, I think that's...
God, my older brother used to come home and crank that up at like
Rocky,
2 in the morning while my parents were gone, and just fucking blast that. And I'm like,
It's a funny song. I just love that. I don't know. I love the melody in that song. Maybe it's
enough.
because I've heard it when I was a little kid.
okay.
Oh yeah, congrats! 200,000.
Is that fucking crazy?
We
or
had
what?
dinner last night to celebrate his 200,000th.
That was a crazy fucking dinner.
Decent mic for vocals under $100. SM58 probably.
Well, yeah.
£100. Sorry.
Under 100 pounds. That opens it up. Check out some of the Toman stuff. Some of the T-Bone stuff is pretty good. The Mojave Audio stuff, maybe Marshall MXL mics.
Terry says, "I hope you paid for dinner." I made that joke the whole night. We were all
exactly.
sitting there going, "Wait, the 200,000 doesn't that mean you just made $200,000? Shouldn't you be buying? Shouldn't you be buying us all dinner?" Apparently, that's not true. I don't know. I mean, I thought the check just went straight from YouTube to you.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I wish. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Please tell me you've watched the Trailer Park Boys. No, I have not. I started watching Letterkenny, though. That's pretty good. I got to introduce Warren to it because it's very funny.
Right.
You will definitely like it. It's funny as hell.
There's a comment saying Bon Iver recorded a whole album with 57. Yeah, many people have done 57, so it's definitely not unique. Hold on 1 second. My wife is calling.
Uh-oh. Duty calls. Okay. Trailer Park fucking Boys, mate. Warren, do you have any advice? Yeah, Warren just jumped out. Any creative advice for getting rid of a Line 6 spider? Well, yeah, the sledgehammer is always good. Yeah. I don't know. Light it on fire. Run it over with a vehicle. Don't do anything illegal. That's all I'm going to say with that.
Okay.
12 gauge. There we go. Yeah. Whip crack. What do you think of the Randall Solid State stuff? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, Dimebag Darrell did great things with, Solid State Randall stuff. There we go. Best advice for a Line 6 spider. How about never fucking buy it? There's a good one. And just waiting for Warren to get back here. TikTok. And, okay. Holy crap.
Okay, getting too many questions here. yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. Drop line 6 into hydrochloric acid. There we go. Okay.
Okay, but just so you know, we did all the credit.
We are getting a ton of chat requests here, so I'm going to throw on super chat for a little bit and see what we get. Oh, what Reaper theme do I use? Oh my God, what the fuck is that called? Daniel Mitchell, yes. My Reaper theme is... Fuck's sakes. Oh my God. I'm going to have to do a show on that, my Reaper thing, because people always ask me about that and I can never fucking remember. Oh, crap. Daniel Mitchell, I'm so sorry. I can't name it off the top of my head. It's like something beta. Fusion Beta is the name of my Reaper theme. So check that out. Yeah, everybody asks about that. And the main reason I use Fusion Beta is because of the color scheme. I have a hard time seeing red in the default Reaper scheme. It just makes it easier to see what tracks are active, especially with the record buttons and all that. It was basically a color blindness thing that made me switch over to that. People seem to dig it. Yeah, it's easy on the eyes, and I like it quite a bit. There's a lot of really great Reaper themes, and if I ever go two monitors, I'll probably go with this one called Imperial. That's really freaking amazing. I'm going to throw a regular chat back on here, and we're going to go, holy crap. What was that? Thanks for the stickers with your shirt. If I was mailed that out late, yes, that's probably why I threw that in. Sorry for being so late with that. You're very welcome. Oh, when will you review the Fishman Fluence pickups? That's a great question. The Fishman Fluence, I actually just got my guitars back from the shop. I had my very good friend Jay Swapman do the installs on them. I had him do them on a Fender Strat and my Legator. And both guitars are back, and I'm going to be moving those reviews forward very quickly. They're definitely worth checking out, because holy crap. Have I taken a look at Mixbuzz 32CV4? Yes, I'm doing a project in it right now. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for multi-tracks, and somebody's asking about Mixbuzz. So I'm doing a multi-track lesson with Warren here, and for a band that we recorded last January, and I'm mixing that in the new version of Mixbus, and we're going to do a lesson on that and show you guys how I mixed it. It's kind of more of a pop song than anything, but it's a little bit different. I don't mind mixing it up from time to time. It doesn't have to be all metal all the time. Just most of the time.
Just most of the time.
Just most of the time, yes. And so
well, you did the Motorhead one.
Yeah. But we're gonna do we're gonna do this song by the band Near, and yeah, I'm doing that in the new Mixbus and showing that off.
Those are great guys. I really like those guys.
And yeah, it's Jackson Ward and his gang.
Fantastic drummer.
Yeah, holy
great
smokes,
drummer.
is he ever. And yeah, we're gonna make that available. We're gonna go in a super chat here for a minute here and just see what we get. See if anybody else. Okay, yeah. See, how much money do I need to spend to good drum recording mics? Ooh, well, there's the thing, I've got the Samson set, which was like a couple $100, and if you check out my review, you can hear all the drums sound there. They need a little more work, I think, to get them into the right place in your mix, but it is possible. So a couple $100 will do you. I'd say stay away from the Pile stuff; they're not that great, but the Samson stuff is definitely a little bit better.
I use the Lewitt mics.
Yes,
I have Lewitt kick, Lewitt overheads. We've been using their 57, I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry, Lewitt. We've been moving that around, but we use the Lewitt drum package, and it sounds great. Shaw also gave me one, which sounds really good.
Okay.
I think there's that sort of $500 to $1,000 kind of drum packages. And how much is the Samson?
It's like $200.
$200.
Yes.
I think the Lewitt one's $800.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think.
So there's definitely, you're going to get different results, and the more you spend, the better.
But here's something, I'm so glad you asked this question, because this is pretty exclusive. Okay, so I'm going to hold something up. Can you guys see this? Can you see that?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm going to let everybody know, and you're going to get very excited. See what that says. Can anybody read that? Do you know what it says? It says...
Oh, son of a bitch. Wow.
That is the Van Halen drum setup. That's for the recording setup. That's for the second album, Van Halen 2. It's dated December 1978. So
wow.
It's so important that you ask this question.
I'm going to put We're going to chat here for a minute. There we go. Thank you, Henry, by the way. And we continue. Holy crap, look at this.
Okay, so...
Wow.
So this is what... So you can read it. Okay, so, yeah, holy schnizzle. Okay, so this is what's important. It will take 5 minutes to answer this in great detail. There's a lot of schnizzle, and I love great mics. And when I go into Sunset Sound or United, you're going to see where I'm going.
Oh, there we go.
When I go to Sunset Sound or United, we're live, and here comes Alex. Come in. It's fine. So when I go to Sunset Sound or United, I'm blessed with Neumann microphones. You know, U67s, U47s, 87s, AKG C12s. I have C12As, blah, blah, all this beautiful RCAs. Like, probably on a drum miking system at Sunset Sound, there's probably $50,000 worth of mics in the room. Because there's two 251s. What are they? 8, 10, 12, 15 grand each, a pair of those. A pair on the floor. So that's 20, 30, 40 grand. Pair of 67s or 47. Basically $100,000 or whatever worth of mics. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let me read you what Van Halen used on their first 2 albums. This is the best one. The kick drum is a 546. Does anybody know what a Shure 546 is?
No.
It is a cheaper version of a 57.
Fuck off.
With a fixed cable. Go look it up. Shure 546. So the kick drum sound, a pair of them on Alex's kicks was a 546. The snare drum mic is a 546 top. A 546 bottom. So far we're at $70, $140, 200. So $280 has been spent so far on the drum mics. Tom tops. Oh, they went really expensive. They use SM57s.
Well,
The bottoms is 421.
Oh, they mic them from both sides.
Yeah, top and bottom, which,
Okay.
which I like to do as well.
I've never done that.
The only mics that cost more than $1,000, that cost more than $100, are the overheads. A pair of them are 414s. That is the drum sound. There was one room mic, a U67, one mono drum mic.
And the U67 is worth a few bucks.
87. U87.
Okay.
So it's a $2,000 mic.
Yeah, sure.
That is the most expensive mic. I know, and the hi-hat is a AKG 451. But most of the drums, the snare, and the kick is mic'd with a cheaper than a 57 microphone. And only one on each kick. So, to answer your question that we took offline there about do you need to spend a lot of money on your drums, your mics for your drum kit? Well, Van Halen didn't, and they made one of the biggest selling rock albums of all time.
Yeah.
So I rest my case.
Yeah. Yeah, there you
honor.
go. That's fucking amazing.
You have the hair. You could actually be a judge. Judge Flicker.
Yeah.
Sentencing is you do not need to spend money on drums because here it is. All right.
What do I think about tape emulation plugins? I think they're great. And if you're using something like Harrison Mixbus, if you use something like Harrison Mixbus, you've actually got that on every single track. It's just something you dial in. It's part of the DAW. And it's fucking fantastic.
Nice.
It's really fucking cool.
Nice.
The Slate tape emulation is actually pretty good.
I sentence you for life for being a bass player.
See,
Judge Fricker, that's going to stick.
We're
I
going to
think.
throw out the super chat again, so we're going to make that available. Okay, this one's from Henry Goldsmith. Congrats on the 200,000K subs. See you next time. Well, thank you very much, Henry.
Thank
It's
you,
really
Henry.
nice.
He's the man.
Yeah, so here you go. This guy's done Aerosmith and Ace Frehley, and 5 Seconds of Summer. We're not going to hold that against him. But seriously, though, if you got a question, and you really want an answer.
Black Veil Brides.
Pardon?
Black Veil Brides.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
Bit pop metal for you, probably. I recorded
Black Veil Brides?
I
Really?
recorded and mixed Alive and Burning, their big #1 worldwide Blu-ray.
Wow.
A year and a half ago. So
Wow,
we
there you
recorded
go.
that at the Wilton, and I mixed it here. Also did Korn.
Here, I'll pan this around. You guys gotta see this beautiful SSL console he's got here. I'm gonna flip this around, and here we go.
And look in the back of Eric's head.
Yeah,
Alex is
and
just
that really manly hairdo he's got.
It's really manly. You should put his bone in.
There's Alex from Gear Gods, and
Alex from Gear Gods. Hayden from Spencerland.
Yeah. And
Izzy hiding in the back, drawing pictures of
hello.
somebody.
Yep, hello. And again, Warren's amazing SSL console. I think it's so peaceful and quiet in here, but he's got the power supply in the bathroom, and it's loud as fuck in there.
And hot.
Yes, very, very.
And hot,
very.
because there's all the power supplies and AC blowing them. Alex, go and take a seat. Sit down.
All right, yeah.
I mean, you can stand if you like.
I mean,
but-
I've been like sitting in a car driving for an hour and a half, so
Yeah.
the wonders.
yeah.
We have to move you closer than Corona.
Yeah, I'll get closer.
So yes, I don't think Focusrite dinner is going to happen or lunch because they've got something else going on tomorrow. So it's
Oh, okay.
fine. But anyway, yeah. So we're going to talk about Focusrite. So what did you want to bring up?
Well, what I want to do is I'm talking to Focusrite at the moment, so this might force their hand. Is like what I'd like to do is I'm going into Sunset to do some drum recording, and I firmly, strongly believe. I can't believe that question came up.
What's that?
The drum mic recording.
Oh yeah, fuck. So there you go.
I don't believe it. You don't understand, because like this is a big deal. I went and filmed.
I need a
kids.
picture of that before I leave.
Please, yeah. I went and filmed a bunch of kids of the ages of 10 to 14. I think there was one 16 or 17-year-old, but they're all like 12, 13, 14. I went and filmed them playing Van Halen 1 in the room that Van Halen 1 was recorded in, using the console and using the same mics, and recorded it. So I know about using cheap mics on drums. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to do a cheap drum package of microphones and a cheap I/O, and we're going to record drums in a really beautiful drum room. So we're going to find out how much is the room, how much is the mic pre's, how much is the mics.
See that's a great episode, and I'd say it's the room mics and the room itself that really matter.
Probably, yeah.
Because I can get a halfway decent sound out of in just in my home studio.
Oh yeah, we talk about my
With
drum
the
room
two
is
mics,
like
yeah.
ridiculous. It's like the size of a shoebox, and it's got a 64 Ludwig in it.
Yeah.
With one mic on the front head with no hole in it.
Yes, exactly. We got a pretty damn slamming kick sound out of it. Very Bonham-esque.
Yep.
And but I mean, like I had Cam Fleury in the studio there about a week and a half ago, doing drums with the Octoprix, and it was magnificent.
Wow.
It was absolutely spectacular. It was the Octoprix Dynamic. The review's going to be coming out soon, and we're going to do like a whole piece, like a whole track song on it with guitars, bass, drums, all that crap.
Totally.
And just to show off what that thing can do, but it's fantastic. And yes, I might have another giveaway for that at some point.
Excellent. I just did a recording guitar video, by the way. If you want to talk about rock guitar recording, so
Okay.
after you've watched him, go and see me. But stay here first.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, our premium questions are open. So if you've got a very important question you'd like to ask somebody who with a lot more experience than me,
Or find him.
yeah. Oh, there we go.
Alex just arrived.
Yeah, there we go.
I am here. That's right.
So
Well, let's throw up regular for now, but yeah, super chat is up because the questions go coming.
there was an Ace Frehley question. Hold on, what was the Ace Frehley one? Is Ace prepared and ready to go, or does he write in the studio? Ace is one of the most organized people I've ever worked with in my entire life.
No shit.
Yeah, so he comes in. So, he's like early 60s, a little younger than the Aerosmith guys. He comes in, and first album I did with him, I've done 2 albums with him. And first of all, I was mixing his album, was the first album. And then I ended up co-producing some additional tracks. So he sends me the tracks, I mix a song, I get it really close to what he wants. He says, okay, cool, you got the gig. You can do the whole album. He goes, I want to come down and work on some guitar stuff with you, etc. So I didn't know what that meant. So he turns up with his tower, his Mac tower, puts it here, sets up his stuff, and then proceeds to do all his own editing. He had done like all these guitar solos,
Wow.
and he sat there and edited the guitar solo he wanted, chose the stuff, edited a drum take, and I'm like, what 60-plus-year-old guy knows Pro Tools like he does?
That's
He's ridiculous. So he's really, really smart. He's very, very smart.
Cool. Wow, that's really cool. Can you talk about your reaction to the first big name artist offered to mix?
The first one that came to me,
Yeah. I'll do mine too.
I mean, I think I had started, firstly, I was a musician who engineered and produced because I just was obsessed with music. But I got more successful as a musician before I crossed over to, I had songs in the charts and I toured and I played Reading Rock Festival and played Roskilde. I did all these great things in Europe. And when I came here, it was, most of the songs that were charted in England were stuff I had recorded. So when I came here, it's a whole different business. Over here in America, it's not like it is in a lot of countries where Trey's texting him from another guy from Gear Gods. What is it? It's Gear Gods today. So And when I came over here, there's a whole different business. Here it's all like, the same producers and mixers and engineers work on everything. Where in England, we had recorded our band, we took it to somebody, they signed us, and then they put it out, and it charted.
Right.
Over here, you take a band to somebody, and they go, oh yeah, I really like it. Well, this guy's going to reproduce it, and this guy's going to remix it. And you're like, well, but wait there, it's already done. It's very business in America.
Yeah, okay.
So for me, to answer your question in a long-winded way, the problem is that I started as a guy that had already got quite a lot of experience, but then I had to sort of start back down on the bottom. And this is why I believe in humbling yourself. So what I did is I started I had a studio that I co-owned, and I was just kind of the assistant or the engineer on sessions. Most of the time I engineered, and occasionally I was assistant, but I was always, by the time I got to mix a big name, I'd already engineered albums that had sold millions of copies.
Okay.
The first Frey album sold 4 million copies, and I didn't mix anything on that first album.
Okay.
And then the second album sold 2 to 3 million copies, and I mixed a couple of the songs on the album. And in between, I was given things to mix. So it was, by the time I got to mix Aerosmith and Ace Frehley and, there's these really huge artists, Korn, I mixed Korn early on, but I'd already had albums in the charts. So I think it's probably a different story to somebody who's primarily a mixer. So I think to answer your question, I think if it'd be like, for you probably, when you got to work on your first big artist, yours was more of a jump than mine was.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was like I had chart records, I made an album that sold 4 million, you know what I mean? It was like a nice, your leap was bigger.
Yes. Yeah, I just basically got a phone call, basically. Hey, here's Queensryche multi-tracks. We need it in 2 days. Go. Yeah.
That's great.
I was gonna guess if it was Queensryche.
Yeah. Well, sort of Queensryche.
Right, yeah.
One half of Queensryche, anyway.
The singer.
Yeah.
So Queensryche.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm joking.
Stay the fuck out of that one.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
I've had people ask me about that. I'm like, yeah, not my place, man.
Definitely needed to stay out of that, yeah. I was just joking. It's tough, though, but you get like bands like Pink Floyd. I don't know, what do you think of that? Because it's like, for me, it's like, I love Dave Gilmour. I love his guitar playing. I love Nick Mason. I have a strong affinity, which is, I'll tell you about that off camera. But with Roger Waters, he wrote all the songs within reason, except for the jams. And like when you listen to The Wall, it's him. It's his story. It's his life. And The Wall is such an important record for me as a little kid.
Okay.
Blew my mind when I first heard that.
Sure.
Still put it on to this day. It's some of my favourite recording. Speaking of which, that's another one of the videos we shot a few weeks ago that's not edited. So we went to the studio where they recorded The Wall and mixed it.
Nice.
And filmed a video there.
I walked outside that studio this summer.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
When did you do that?
About 2 or 3 weeks ago.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's owned by a guy called Clay Blair now, Producer's Workshop.
You went to England for that?
No. It was done in LA.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
They started it in England.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they came to LA and they recut some of the drums. Sorry, Nick.
Okay.
And they used Jeff Porcaro.
Oh, okay.
From Toto played on it. I didn't know that.
No, wow.
Jeff Porcaro plays on that record.
No, we went. I did the rock and roll tour in London, and we drove by the schoolyard. They found the kids to sing back up on the wall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then we went to this big orange brick building where they had done most of it. So I didn't know they had finished it here in LA.
Yeah. Well, they went there and they did all the overdubs and they mixed and retracked some songs with Jeff Porcaro playing drums.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe the bulk of it was done in England, but they did all the overdubs and mixed in LA.
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it was great to go to that room and see and recognize some of the photos.
Let's see what we got going on here. Holy crap! Look at all this. The questions keep coming. Holy smokes, guys! Toto.
There's so many questions. So
This is why we put on premium, guys. There's too many questions. We can't keep we can't keep up with all the questions here. Glenn records in 200K. LOL. Holy smokes.
Jeff the drummer, his name and grooves live on. Oh yeah, Jeff Porcaro was incredible.
Yeah. $200, 1800 watt, 2 amps, 4 bulbs for later. I have no idea about your $200, 1800 watt, 2 lamps with 4 bulbs, each white video lighting rig. I don't know which one you're talking about, man. Sorry. Yeah.
Warren, Glenn, do you have any advice telling you to get rid of headphones bleeding on vocal recordings? Yeah, buy buy isolation headphones. I use Extreme Isolation. They're not the best sounding, but they sound better than the Vic Firth. The Vic Firth are the big drummer ones, which are inexpensive, and if that's all you can afford under $100, buy them. If you want to go a little bit over $100, buy the Extreme Isolation. They're like 120 or something, and they sound better, and they have total isolation. So I can do vocals, I can do acoustic guitars, whatever, really quiet instruments, and no click bleed.
Ah, that's
The company's called Extreme Isolation. I do not get a royalty from that. But we have sold a lot. We have sold a lot of them for people because they're great. And you know what I like about them? It's a family company.
Okay.
It's like the dad and the sons all work there.
Oh, sweet. There you go. Well, that's cool. All right. Warren, what is an expensive alternative to the D6 on the kick? The D6 is an expensive mic. It's $200.
I think that Lewitt one. How much is that Lewitt one with the double capsule?
That's not cheap.
Oh, it's not cheap.
It's like 350.
It's 350, so it's not cheap.
Save up and get yourself an Onyx D6.
It's worth it though. Whew,
Yeah.
So good.
Okay.
All right, so we have
the premium one here. Hold on. Is there any real benefit out of the box summing mixers? This one's for
very,
Warren.
very opinionated on this.
Here we go.
Okay, good.
Warren's got an SSL here, so he will tell you.
Oh, no, I'm very opinionated on this. You're probably not going to answer the way you think. No. That's it. No. You know what? No. I'm really strong about this. This is what I think. I'll tell you a couple of different stories. Neil Avron mixed 21 Pilots. I believe that was like the biggest selling rock record of last year by a couple of million. He mixed it entirely in the box, 100% in the box. Andrew Sheps mixes entirely in the box these days. Now, Andrews, I think, came out of convenience, from what I can tell, because he said he was traveling quite a lot, and he was in hotel rooms and put a little setup. Neil's came out of a long search and evolution. He did it over several years, and Mark Ender recently moved off of his 9000 that he had bought to summing somewhat and mixing in the box. Now, my favourite mixers, I think the best mixers in the world, like Spike Stent, mix hybrid like I do. So they have a smaller format, SSL, and then they mix a lot using Pro Tools and then sum and all this kind of stuff. Why should you sum? Well, the reason why you would sum would be several things. Now, I sum on an SSL because I like the sound of an SSL and because I like the tactile feeling of using controls. However, I got to a place in my life, like Chris Algie has and a lot of guys that use SSLs, where I don't reach for the EQs as much as I used to.
Okay.
I have them set up in a pretty solid way, and then I do the minor tweaks inside of Pro Tools. I will chop off the top and bottom in a way on guitars so they fit nicely in the mix, and if I put a heavy guitar through there or whatever it is, it will come up 90% there, and then I might EQ. The point is the SSL is starting to become like this stagnant beast. And it has a beautiful bus compressor on there. And they're all analog, so they're all a little different. Everybody's SSL sounds different. But look, this is my honest opinion about summing. If you've never used a console and you haven't grown up using a console, why do you need to? That's it. And I think if you've got guys like Neil Avron who have grown up with Neves and APIs and SSLs and everything, all of the great consoles, and they are able to get #1 selling, amazing sounding records that they mix in a box. If you're going to take your money, the $4,000 that somebody might be able to try make you spend on a summing mixer, even $2,000. Take that $2,000 and go and buy a really nice mic pre.
There you go.
With huge transformers on it that sounds really fat with the PH, and just record things really well in there. Because most of the time when you're not recording drums, you're recording one, possibly two inputs. Stereo piano, a DI and a bass amp. Most of the time, one mic, possibly two mics on a guitar. Most of the time I just use a 57. So you only really need one, possibly two really nice mic pre's, one really nice condenser, one 57, and 99% of your life is covered. So if you do need to go and record drums in a great room, then go and hire a really nice studio for a day and go and cut all your drums. But other than that, your front end is where you should be putting your money. Get it in really good into your computer. Get into DAW. Summing is there's these $4,000 summing boxes that have op amps or transformers on them. So in a great world, maybe you've got 16 stereo inputs. So maybe you have, in a perfect world, and a very expensive summing amp, maybe you have, I think some of those have 4 or 8 transformers in there, sometimes a little bit more. The point is, if you've got a nice mic pre with a transformer on it, and you've recorded 37 instruments. You just got 37 instances of really nice fat sounding pre.
Right.
And that costs you $2,000 or less.
Right.
There's some nice pre's out there.
Now I have seen one summing mixer. I think it's the Fulcrum, and basically it's just a bunch of switches and whatnot. And you hook it up to your preamp and use the transformers on that to sum through.
That's a great idea.
And that was a lot cheaper, and I thought that was really cool. So you could switch it up. I could hook it up to my Vintech or my
Right.
APIs or whatever, and use those, which would be kind of cool.
Right, but when I was, exactly, it's a really good idea. But when I was recording on an API at my old studio, I had 20 channels and I had all my drums going through it, and I have 25 20s and transformers and op amps on every single channel going, so I've got like 12, 14, 15, 16 mics, stereo rooms, everything, all printing on my drums.
Right.
I'm not going to solve that by putting a pair of transformers over it. It's
No.
like, and look, I feel like the technology, I think Focusrite on their inexpensive IOs and Audient on their expensive IOs, and now putting mic pre's in there, which have some real freaking kahunas on them. They're starting to have some like real girth and low end and like, I hate this word, but we're going to use it, warmth.
I know you were going to say that.
I hate that word, but I like to say weight. I feel like it just adds weight. There seems to be, when you listen back to something that's recorded with tubes and most importantly transformers, that's the point, it just feels like there's more of it. When I listen to purely digital signals, it's accurate. It sounds like me talking, but I don't want to hear me talking. I want to hear me sounding like this. You know what I mean? I want to hear like extra low end and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Holy shit.
So take your money, take your money and get yourself a really, really nice mic pre.
Okay, just gonna check see if anyone else has there. Yeah. Okay, that was the summing mixer. Yeah. I would agree. I mean, like I do all my stuff in the box. Here's the thing. It's like, yeah, if you really want to know what out of the box summing sounds like without breaking the bank, get Harrison Mix Bus.
There you go. I don't know it, but I trust you.
It's
BAE 1073. Yeah, I love it. Warren, let Glenn talk some shit about bass players. That might wake him up. Am I talking too much? Has he met his match?
Oh no! It's just too fucking hot in here.
I met Glam in Germany and Music Meso.
Oh, cool.
When I met you. When will I meet you? Well, come to Summer NAMM. We're going to be at Summer NAMM.
Yes, we are going to be.
Both going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Silk is awesome. Yeah, see, all these things are great. That was one of the most interesting comments I've had in a long time. Well, thank you. So yeah, take your money, put it on the front end, and then if you still want it,
44.1 or 48 kilohertz.
I mean, either whatever makes sense. I stay at 48K.
Really? I do 44.1.
I do 48 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't.
Not
It's a
really.
broadcasting, that's the only thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Makes sense.
You're welcome. 9K. Stu Ham's in the chat, Glenn. Stu Ham's here?
What?
I think it might be a joke.
I fucking hope so. Tim Hortons, please. I need it. Yeah. It's coffee.
Johnny says, how are you? I'm good. Gonna be using your condenser mic. Citronic for vocals. It's cheap. USB. Glenn Burgers.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm field trip in science class right now.
What
is Silk? Oh, it's on the it's on the Rupert Neve stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's the blue and the red control, and they're just different transformers that comes in.
Cool.
They have everybody now is doing it on Audient. They do the iron.
Yep. Yeah, the Iron and the HMX. Yeah.
Yeah, those
I
are
gave
really good.
I gave one of those away. They were nice.
Yeah, those are good. And I did too. And then Focusrite has the ISA pre's that they've taken from their classic Rupert Neve design console and put it in there. So everybody's getting hip to this. They all understand that if you can get the signal in really good, you can keep it in the box.
Yep.
It's kind of for guys like me, summing and consoles means a lot for us that have grown up on them. But if you're freshly starting out, I hate dogma. We were talking about plugins last night when we were driving, and one of the things was it's great that we know what an LA3A is, or an LA2A, or an 1176, or a W160. But if you're 13 and starting to make music, why do you need to know? Why do you need to know about vintage equipment? I'm sorry. I have 6 Pultecs in here. I have RCA microphones. I have C12s, 47s. I have all this stuff. But I've been doing this for 30 years.
Yep.
If I was starting off, I was back to being 13 again. Why would I need to know all of that stuff? It's like, we don't have to have a graphic that looks like an old vintage piece of equipment that was built in 1950 when you're 13 years old.
This is true. No, I totally agree with that.
The only thing I think you need to do at 13 is go back and discover music.
Yeah, go find some records. Go listen to an album side.
Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore. Everybody listens to singles and whatnot. Go fucking get a vinyl player and put on an album.
And if you're a rock and roll fan of any description, from death metal all the way down from blues rock, know who Robert Johnson is. And if you don't know who Robert Johnson is, don't do music.
Holy shit, Jesus Christ. Been a 37 and I've been a hobbyist for 20 years. Awesome, man. Let's see, any more? Okay. No, okay.
Any more super chat messages?
No.
Because we're getting so many to come in, we can't do it. But we'll give you like I'll give you the 20-minute answer to any of the super chat. Am I talking up? Recording?
Oh, Recorder Man versus Glenn Johns for Bad Rooms. I've used the Glenn Johns. I'm not sure the Recorder Man technique. They're basically variations on a theme, I think.
Yeah, I think Glenn Johns' technique is quite unique. Done properly because it's an equilateral triangle, so the phase is correct between three of them. Mm-hmm. But essentially, when I was in England, I worked with Andy Fernbach and Louise Goffin, who's an interview that we have coming out soon. And Andy came over and he put one kick, one snare top, and two overheads. And that was, he had 4 mics on the kit. Mm-hmm. And it was the best sounding drums I'd ever recorded at that point.
Well, yeah, that was like when I tried the...
Andy's Dave Gilmour and Pink Floyd's engineer.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was like when I got the Roswell Mini K47s, I had Jackson in the studio. I thought, let's throw them up, see what happens, because, I needed to try them out. We threw them up. We had a kick mic, and we had 2 overheads, and we're like, holy crap, these are amazing. Right. So there you go. A couple of good overheads will do you good. Yeah. So it's not necessarily Recorder Man versus Glenn Johns. Just make sure you have some decent mics. I highly recommend the Roswell Mini K47s. They're incredible.
Should I get a girlfriend or a Supro amp?
Supro amp. Plenty of girls in the world. You'll do fine.
The girlfriend or Supro amp. Any other super questions?
Let's see. Probably not. We're probably going to wrap this up in a minute. But, nope. That was the one we got the 20-minute answer for. That was the box. Okay. That's going on 40 minutes. I think we're going to call it there. But Google it, Maycross. Holy fucking hell. Jeez.
Glenn Krupa, love from Scotland. Hello in Scotland. EL3.
Holy
Jim Keltner.
Shit.
Yeah, Jim Keltner is the 4 mic trick.
Okay. That's really distasteful. So, yeah. Anyway, yes. Okay, I think that's it. So that's it from Hollywood at Sunset Sound here with Warren. Make sure you check out
Spitfire.
We're at, right. Spitfire. Sorry.
Spitfire Studio. We were talking about something.
Yes. We're at Spitfire Studio, way up here in the Hollywood Hills. If you haven't checked out Produce Like a Pro, please do.
We're going to do the oldies but baddies, aren't we?
Yes,
we are. About it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a React video here with Warren. It should be a lot of fun. I've already got the tracks picked out. So anyway, I need a fucking coffee. I'm dying.
Coffee. Is there any coffee?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for everybody who hit that super chat. Take care, guys. We will see you later.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks.
Let's see here.